Well, hello folks, once again. I am standing once again at the Clyde. I'm actually round by the Science Centre and the Quay, round that general neck of the woods. I'm actually in the back of the Science Centre at the Quay. And I'm going to get a little bit emotive here actually, would you believe? Yes, the first everything. Now I know I've done lots of videos round the Clyde. Yes, I've done this one. Yes, I've done that one. And to top it all off, I've done another one on the Clyde. Now, you might be thinking, what are you doing back at the Clyde? We've seen plenty of the Clyde. Now, for me, picture the scene. It's Glasgow. It's 1988. It's a warm summer's day. No, it's not a warm summer's day. Well, it's actually a really warm summer's day just now. It's about 26 degrees just now, and I'm sitting cooking. However, picture the scene. Glasgow is now holding the Glasgow Garden Festival. It was huge. This thing was massive for Glasgow and for Scotland. Diana and Charles came to open it. There was events all over in this area of the Clydeside. It really revamped the area. There was flowers, and there was sculptures, and there was tram rides. And for Glaswegians, and I'm talking to any Glaswegians specifically that were here at the time, you will know that for the month or so that it was on, it was a very, very special event. Really special. I became very emotive towards the Garden Festival. I was 4 when it was on, 1988. Yes, I look a lot younger, I know, but I was 4 at the time. And you could get a season ticket, so you were there every single day. There was so much for kids to do, for families to be part of. Grandparents would take the kids on tram rides. There was parents taking the wee ones to see firework displays, all sorts of things going on. It was a huge, huge event. And I was here every single day, pretty much every single day. Unfortunately, things had to move on, the Clydeside changed, etc. And the Garden Festival moved on. End of. Now, what I'm about to show you is still a little glimmer, a little glimpse back into that 1988 Glasgow Garden Festival. What I'm about to show you is a sculpture that was thought was lost. And it was sitting in the Clyde, minding its own business. Now it's been seen, it was found in 2019 at Rothsay Dock. I'm going to get a bit annoyed here because there's urban legends and urban myths that all the way along the Clyde there's random sculptures strewn, randomly pushed aside on the Clyde side. Just left to gather moss, rot away, whatever. Should never happen. Should never happen. So, thankfully, this one was found. I'll turn the camera around and let you see exactly what I'm sitting looking at just now. And this is a Glasgow that I remember. This is when I was a kid, when I was a Wayne, as they say, a bairn, as they say in Scotland. This was important. And I think Glasgow should have kept it. I think Glasgow should have held on to as much as possible. But this is something left. So, I'm going to turn and I'll talk you through some statistics about it, right? This is what I'm looking at. Here we go, here we go, here we go, lads. Wow. This sculpture was created by the artist Richard Groom. who has unfortunately passed away since the last few years. I think he passed away, so he never got to see this thing refloated again. It's 27 tonnes of steel and concrete. It's actually got a, zoom back a bit, it's actually got a steel structure, like a basket idea, and it's covered in solid concrete over the top. Where those seagulls are sitting, you see that? Where those seagulls are sitting, the ones on the left, there's actually a door. You can actually sit inside it. Right, so in effect, it's a boat. Now there's nothing inside it except a toilet, would you believe? There's actually a toilet inside that. Right, now, quirky as it may be, it was made by Richard and, would you believe, out of work shipbuilders. So guys that had built units and huge frigates and huge ships, he recruited their expertise into building this thing. Now it's got no way of actual propulsion, it's got no motor on it, it's got no propellers, it's got no oars, nothing. So what you're looking at is it's been anchored down and it just floats and bobs, but there's actually two massive anchors on it. So it's 7 metres long, 4.5 metres high and 3.25 metres wide. But there's enough room. Do you know what? The more I think about this toilet thing, the more I think, does that get emptied? Does it just go into a wee hole somewhere? Does it go out the bottom? Who knows? Who knows? So as I say, it was found in Rothsay Dock in 2019, then COVID hit, everything happened, but it has been a project ongoing by, I think it's a Concrete Repairs Limited, and it's been led by the Sculpture Placement Group and Richard's estate. So his brother has been helping out and kind of getting to grips with it all, and letting people work on it. When it was new, obviously there wasn't the moss, etc. on it, but it was left like that, and I think it shows of a time gone by. It looks like some sort of ancient ruin or something from maybe a ancient civilization, which I quite like. It was fresh, it was new in 1988, 30 plus years have gone by since then, and if you can hear bells behind me, the bells are from a science centre behind me. So we're currently at the Canting Basin at Govan Docks, and it's here until October the 6th this year, so it's here for a month or so. I think it's pretty cool, personally. I think it's a really, really cool thing to see, and especially from when I was 4. Now, I don't really remember this particular piece from way back. I remember a lot about the Garden Festival. So much going on. I remember roller coasters, and I remember the smell and things, but I don't remember this specific piece, so it's nice to actually see something like that. And as I say, it's maybe a wee bit emotive back to, like, you know, my parents and grandparents took me there, and it was a day out, and it was fun. It was all something new and cool to see. Once again, this is something new and very cool to see. Now, I've had to try and write down some of the, I've got a bit of paper here, I've had to write down some of the stats on it, because, you know, I forget stuff like that, but I just wanted to see it. I wanted you guys to see it as well, and particularly any people watching Scotland or even Glaswegians or surrounding areas, you will remember, if you're old enough, you will remember the Garden Festival and what it meant to Glasgow. And it's something I think that Glasgow should be back about again. It needs to be like that. The whole of the Clyde and the docks, where the docks are filmed and the parts of the Clyde was all part of the Garden Festival. Where the hydro is, part of my Clyde walk that I did, and that video up there, that was all part of the Garden Festival. So it was a huge area, and it was full of just exciting, cool, wonderful things. And what this guy and what this sculptor, what Richard has done, and the fact that it's been found again, it's bringing back a lot of thought and a lot of emotion back for me. So on that note, a bit heavy towards the end, but on that note, from the head and myself, I'd like to thank you all for watching. It is always appreciated. You know what you guys mean to me on doing this. I mean, definitely look it up. Look up the Garden Festival. Look up what it's about. I don't even know if it's got a name. I don't think it's got a name, to be honest with you, but just have a look. Richard Groom is the artist. He's a sculptor. Check it out. Have a look, guys. But listen, thank you again for watching, for support. Remember to subscribe, to like, to share, and if you are feeling particularly cool, I've got a buy me a coffee link. And it'll be in the description below, or my links. So again, guys, check that out. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, and from me in the head, does that work right? Yeah. From me in the head, here's to the next adventure, guys. Cheerio.